So welcome back guys, today is part 2 of the Deliveroo 30-day scrap metal challenge. If you're wondering what this is all about and you haven't seen the first video, I've left a link in the description down below so that you can go back and watch the first video. But in a nutshell guys, I work for Deliveroo. My hobby is scrap metal, and I've set myself a challenge to pick up as much scrap metal as I possibly can in 30 days and see how much money I make at the end of that 30 days. It's just another way of me making an extra income whilst working with Deliveroo at the same time. So we've done really well guys. After 3 days we've collected quite a lot of metal. So let's just have a quick recap of what we picked up in the first 3 days. So this week we picked up 3 microwaves, and these are the transformers from those microwaves. I'll be showing you later on in another video how we get this copper out of these things. We also picked up a piece of lead piping. This piece of lead piping is quite significant because at the end of the 30-day challenge there's a competition where you can win quite a lot of money. I'll be giving you more details about that at the end of this video, how you can enter that competition. Now we picked up 2 combi boilers this week, and inside both of those combi boilers were these 2 things here. I really don't know what they're called, but they're made of solid copper and they're worth, you know, quite a bit of money, probably, you know, somewhere between £8 and £10 I would say. So I don't really know exactly how much, but we'll find it at the scrapyard of course. We've also stripped a little bit of wire, not much, we haven't stripped much yet, but I've also chucked it in with the coloured wire. This is kind of TV windings and, you know, bits of wire from motors and things. But you know, this all sound mounts up, and you can see we're already starting to get a good little pile. We've still got quite a lot of wire to strip, and I'll just show you that now. So look at our bag of wire. It really is coming on well. We've done really well with wire. An unusual amount actually in just 3 days, but hey, you know, I'm happy with that. A lot of this needs to be separated and stripped. Some of it I will strip, some of it I won't, but you know, it's coming on nicely. So here's our bucket of brass. You can see that's coming on nice now and already starting to get a really nice weight to it. We also got we also picked up that lovely brass tap, which is quite weighty. Got some other bigger pieces of brass, and this all really mounts up nice. It's quite expensive brass. I think somewhere around £3 a kilo, and you know, there's quite a few kilos in there already. And finally we have our, well, my favourite, the copper. I mean, I just love collecting copper, and you know, you can see already after just 3 days we've got a lovely amount of copper. You know, that's again quite valuable, somewhere in the region of £3.60 a kilo. And you know, I'm guessing we've got somewhere between, a ballpark figure, you know, somewhere between 3 and 8 kilos of copper there. I don't know exactly how much. I'm rubbish at guessing how much things weigh, but you know, there's already a nice little amount there. So there you go guys, we've done really well. Just 3 days we've collected all that. I'm going to work in about an hour's time. Looking forward to starting day 4, so you know, let's not waste any more time, let's get out there and get some more metal. Well guys, I've just completed my 4th job of the morning with Deliveroo. It's gone a little bit slack now, so I thought I'd spend a bit of time just having a little look around while I'm doing nothing. Came across this skip. Had a good look around it, not much in there, but we did find some things. We found some wire, quite high gauge wire, so we'll be stripping that down for its copper. But more importantly, we found this door, and on the door was all the brass hinges and handles. So we'll be adding that to our scrap collection. Had a good run, everything else, couldn't really find anything else that interests me, so yeah, very good find, very pleased with that. So on to the next one guys. So guys, I've just come down another service lane and I've come across a tub. The tub is absolutely full of wire, so we'll be taking that and adding that to our wire collection. We really are doing well with wire in the last 4 days, it's incredible. Okay, on to the next one, guys. Well guys, it's starting to get dark now, but just had another find. Nice little microwave, so we'll be sticking that in the car now and stripping the copper out of that later. So I've just picked up this little portable TV, and I just thought I'd quickly show you how easy it is to get the two pieces of copper out that we want from every TV that we find. Obviously these smaller TVs will have small amounts of copper and the larger TVs have larger amounts in. I've already undone the 4 screws on the TV, and I'll just take that off in a second. Clip off any wires that we don't need. And the two parts that we actually want are this part here and this wire here. Now to get this part off, it's very simple. You just grab hold of this piece here and just jimmy it a little bit, and that should just pull off like that. Also there is a small screw just here. You simply undo that screw, or loosen the screw should I say, and then this whole thing should just, oh actually there's another screw here. There's two, some have two, some have one. So I'll just move this one, remove that all together. And then this should all just slide off, and there we have it. There we have the yoke, it's called. I finally remember what they're called. On the outside, this copper wire here can go in with your bright wire, and on the inside it's slightly different colour, but it's still copper, and that can go with your coloured wire. The only other piece we need is this piece of wire. Usually it just comes on clips. Unclipped, I usually just cut them off. And this piece of wire can be stripped because inside is quite heavy gauge wire that you can add to your bright wire. Simple guys, very easy to strip down a TV. These are the only two components that I'm interested in. The rest can now be put back together and put out to be recycled. So how do we get the copper out of these yokes? Well guys, it's very, very simple. You simply take a tea towel, or any other cloth for that matter, stick your yoke inside like this, and then very, very carefully and delicately, so as not to damage the components, you bash the shit out of it. And there you go guys, there is your coloured copper, and there is your bright copper. Very simple. So I've sorted out our wire bag guys, and this is the wire that we're going to strip. It's not very much, but you know, we should get a fair bit of copper out of it. The rest of the wire is really not worth stripping. It's very low gauge, so not going to get much copper out of it, so better just to weigh it in with the plastic on. So let's get this stripped down. Now I've had a lot of different wire stripping machines, and some of them have been useless to be honest, and some have been fairly good. But this thing here really has changed it up another level. I mean, this really does strip the wire really quickly, and it saves me an awful lot of time. I think I paid about somewhere around £45–50 on eBay for it, but you know, it's already paid for itself 10 times over. Really is a great machine. So I'm not going to make a whole video of me stripping wire, but I just wanted to demonstrate this little machine. I've got a little bit of earthing cable here, which we're going to strip down. And you simply feed it in the back, turn the handle like this, and hey presto, your wire is all completely stripped. Really easy. It makes my life so much more easier. There you go, there's the copper. So let's turn this into this. Okay, it's not a massive amount, but you know, it's only 4 days into the challenge and we've still got a long way to go. So let's get back out there and find some more metal. Okay guys, so another little tip for you. I found this little, or this PC yesterday.
Now there's all sorts of parts you can take out of a PC for scrap. I'm not going to get into that now. I'll make a separate video about that later. But the two main components that you want from a PC, and I'll tell you why in a second, are, and I'll just show you, the CPU, which is this piece here. So it literally just pulls out. So that's this piece here. I'm sorry if the camera doesn't focus. So you want this part here, and also these two parts here, which are the RAM. I'll just pull them out. They literally just come unclipped. So you've got the RAM, which RAM stands for Random Access Memory, and you've got the CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. So the reason we want these parts are because if you look on the edges, sorry about the focus here, if you look on the edges of these RAM, you will see it's like a gold colour, and it is actually gold coated. And people buy these sticks on eBay and they pay quite a lot of money for them. They also pay a lot of money for these parts, the CPU, because again they are also covered in gold, and they use a special chemical and they soak them in it, and the gold comes floating off, and then they eventually make a small gold bar out of them. So, you know, save these. You'll be surprised how many of these you can collect in a year or 6 months, whatever, and you'll be surprised how much they mount up in money on eBay. Well guys, the 3 days are up, and I didn't really find much else, to be honest. You know, I mean, in this game you get good days and bad days. We didn't really find much over this 3 days, but hey, we've got another 26 days to go yet, so you know, a long way to go. So I'm going to end this video now, but just before I do, just a reminder about the competition that I've got going. So the competition is, if you remember on day one, or in video one as well, we found this piece of lead, and the competition is quite simple. If you can guess how much the scrapyard is going to give me for this piece of lead when I weigh it in at the end of the 30 days, I will give you 20% of everything I earn over the 30-day challenge. I'm not going to tell you how much it weighs. You simply got to be eligible for the competition. You simply got to like, subscribe, and put the amount you think it's going to get in money at in the bottom in the comments. So guys, that's the end of this video, and I look forward to making the next one so that we can get out there and earn some money. Okay, thanks a lot guys, and ride safe. Okay.